Welcome back to Marketing Champions here on Daily Ad Brief. I'm Howard Walpoff, your host. Again, we're talking about marketing with marketing experts from around the country. Today, we're in New York City with Andrew Weiss. We're from Weiss Wisdom. And Andrew, welcome to our conversation today.
Thank you, Howard. Excited to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you and to learn a lot more about you. So why don't we get started with you sharing how you get started within the marketing industry?
Yeah, so I got started back in 2019. I decided that I wanted to become a full-time entrepreneur. And of course, being a full-time entrepreneur is not easy. And so I had to learn from the scratch, taking some of the marketing skills I learned in college. The fact I did a entrepreneurship camp when I was in high school and college, that helped a little bit too. But figuring out how to essentially market myself as a brand. And then essentially I got into the events business, so learning how to market and sell tickets in the events industry. I got started by deciding it was time to be a full-time entrepreneur. It's decided to learn marketing skills to grow my business and grow other businesses. And that's how I got started.
Well, it's definitely an exciting place to be and lots of things to learn on a regular basis, even when you are an expert. Why don't you share with us what Weiss Wisdom is?
Yeah, so Weiss Wisdom is a company where we help people reach 10K months as budding solopreneurs. What we do is we take accountability and marketing and sales skills to help you recognize your value, recognize your worth. This top mistake that people make is believing they need to trade their time and their hours and charge by the hour, when really people should be charging based on their value they provide. And a classic example of that, Jim Rohn, who I mentioned, he goes, people don't ever pay you for their time. They pay you for the value that you provide. You know, you can be paid $15 an hour to flip burgers at a McDonald's, or you can be paid 15 grand a month to help McDonald's make an extra 10% in sales. So what Weiss Wisdom does is help people realize their value, realize their worth, be able to charge more for their services, learn what it takes to reach those 10K months, and helping them recognize that value within themselves and within their companies.
Well, those are definitely a lot of extra burgers to be developing in whether it's a McDonald's or other businesses, but also having that confidence, getting that understanding of what you can do and how well you can do it does translate when you are sharing it with an audience if you have the right focus and the right sales process in doing so. So how do you work with them to really develop those skills if those are some of the challenges, but also the right method of developing the clients to get to $10,000 additional a month?
Yeah, so one of my favorite clients I love working with, she was a podcaster and she wanted to become a podcasting coach, and she wanted to learn what does it take to actually charge high ticket prices for her services. And I also was helping her market an event that she was putting on herself to have it come up. And what I help teach her is saying, listen, you're helping this person create their own podcast. You're helping them monetize a podcast. You're helping them bring on sponsors. Let's say you, quote unquote, only help them get an extra $500 in income this month. This is a skill set they can apply for the rest of their life. So that $500 per month ends up in the 12 months per year, ends up in the 10, 20, 30, 40 more years, however long they're going to be alive. Of course, it's worth it to, quote unquote, only charge $1,000 for 4 sessions to work with you to teach you how to reach, how to create a podcast that can monetize itself, figure out how to monetize an event. And so what I do is I love taking people's skills that they already have, knowing what they already are going after, what they want, helping them reframe it in a way that how can I add more value to my services? And even with my fiance, for example, she does master classes in teaching dancing and singing to people. She used to charge $150 an hour. And then I helped her realize, hey, this company that's paying you for your services, they're ready to charge minimum $600 for your services. And if you don't recognize your own value, you're missing out on a lot of money. And that's what I love helping people do, is realize the value they can bring to the table to help them bring in maximum profits for their own business while serving others in the process.
Yes, understanding your value, what you can bring to a client is the first and foremost before figuring out what the pricing is and taking what you've created and getting it out there to a mass audience. And a lot of it has to do with the confidence, and having someone to share the insight to help build that confidence is extremely important. So we're really glad that you joined us today. And thank you for sharing all of your insight with us.
Very welcome. Thank you for hosting.
And thank you all for joining us as well. It's very important to have that confidence. It's very important to have that understanding of who you are, what you do, why it is important for other people, then you're able to create these programs and really charge the right amount so that you are making what you need and what you deserve and what your value really is. So there's more information here in Daily Ad Brief, so please check that out. Go and have a great rest of today, and let's see you next time on Marketing Champions.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.